Good morning, Goderich. This is Anthony Wilkinson. It is June the 14th, 2010. I had a bit of an audio problem this morning, so I'm just going to talk to you, and you can watch the video that I filmed this morning at the Huron County Museum. I'd really like to thank, I believe it was Sarah and Elizabeth at the museum. I've probably got that wrong. But anyway, I'd like to thank them for allowing me to film there this morning. I am in the main hall of the museum, or this is kind of a main street, so you can see the switcher locomotive in the center of the screen there. And that locomotive was brought down, I believe it was in the late 50s or 60s. And what they did is they had two 60-foot sections of track, and they put it in the street. And they basically leapfrogged the track to get the train from the train station, which is on the edge of town, into basically the middle of town, where it sat as the museum. And then when they rebuilt the museum in the 80s, or built onto the museum, they built around this locomotive, and it's just really cool. And there's a whole bunch of kind of like example period storefronts around, and you can go up, and there's sort of there's a Victorian apartment that's been laid out, so you can go in and kind of walk around the apartment. I was going to film up there, but I thought this shot was the most interesting one. So big ups to the Huron County Museum. You can check them out. I don't know what their website address is, so I'm going to just implore you to Google it and go. It's only like $5. It's ridiculously cheap. And for a family, I think it's even less per person. So that's my plug for the Huron County Museum. And I was just talking about something that happened to me over the weekend. Actually, I think it was on Friday. And I discovered there's a service called tweep.ml. And what that allows you to do is you can... It's kind of an automatic system where you can follow a whole bunch of people at once. So you follow a list of people instead of finding individuals and following them. And somebody in my group had recommended that I follow, I think he had joined a group of like 250 people that were like, if you follow them, they'll follow you back. And there's some interesting people in there, so I followed it. And I didn't realize that when I started following it, a whole bunch of other people had joined that group. So by the end of the day, I had about 500 and something emails about people following me on Twitter. And it became really unwieldy. And I was telling my friend about it, and she was giving me a hard time that, don't you want more followers? And I was saying, I mean, yeah, I do, but I want to follow people. I want people to follow me that are interested in what I have to say, or I'm interested in what they have to say. And I noticed a lot of people that joined this list were just like, they'd have like 100,000 followers and 0 tweets. It just didn't make any sense. So when you have a bunch of bots, or you have a bunch of people that really aren't interested in what you have to say, that's not the point of Facebook. That's not the point of Twitter. It's to interact with people, and to, you learn something from them, or they learn something from you, and you have a relationship. So I just implore you to, in these social media tools, it's not about the numbers. It's about the connections you make.
There's a ton of exhibits here. Come out, check it out, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.